About time. Here we go. We have the 2025 𝚘𝚘𝚎 2600 RB by Grand Design. What do you think of the new designs? I mean, this front cap is much shinier, and take a look at that decal. Love how that decal is. Of course, you have the lights in the front cap, power tongue jack, 20-pound bottles as usual. I like the 20-pound bottles much better because the fact that way there, it's a lot easier to replace them. I use mine all the time, and I hardly ever, it might be every 3 months that I'm getting propane. But 2 batteries, you can put up to 2 batteries there. On this side, again, new colors. I like the new decals, the way they're going. Another one there. Same kind of doors you got here with the magnetically held in place. You have the lights, 110 outlet here. By the way, the most storage of any travel trailer out there. Like how thick that door is, makes it much more conducive to extended camping. You do have your sewer hose connector there, or you store it there. It is an enclosed and heated underbelly. Of course, manual stabilizers, they're more effective than the electric ones. Don't kid yourself in thinking that these electric ones are going to do you any better. Your low point drains here. Now this thing here, this is in the event you had an issue with your slide, and right up here, that's what you're going to be using. You put that through there, and that actually can crank your slide in or out. Makes it very, very easy. This is for your furnace. If you want to put a TV out here, you do have the antenna, or they call it a cable connector, but that'll also be able to get your antenna, which is on the roof. Now this is where your freshwater tank fill is, the manual fill. Now because the fill is here, that's how you know where the dump valve is for your freshwater tank, which is going to be right here. It's also going to have the overflows. You can see those blue things back there. That is for your overflow. So if you're filling it, you'll see that dumping out there. I like how they've added this and where they've added it. This is your outside griddle. So this pulls out, and notice how it'll pull. Well, I got to get it pulled all the way out. I need 2 hands to pull that all the way out, but that'll pull out, and you're able to go ahead and utilize that. I like the fact that it's not, you know, back up against the camper. So it does pull out further, and then you're gonna be hooking up right here is your outside LP connector. That is also right up underneath this big awning. It almost goes the full length of this camper. By the way, the actual length on this is 29 foot 8 inches, and you can see that they have the center awning support. So that way there, as it's going down the road, it's not bouncing and having that issue where it bows and so forth. Sprayer port back here in case you want to rinse off your steps before they put those in. We'll talk about those a little bit later. On the back here, you do have, because this is the rear bath, that's what the RB stands for, you do have your Furrion on-demand water heater. Now I know people are talking about having issues when it rains and water getting in there creating an issue. From what I'm hearing, if they take and put one of those little round screens on there, they say that solves the problem 98% of the time. So let me know what you think, if that's working for you also. Connection back here, now you do have 50 amp connection, so you're able to put 2 ACs in here instead of just having the one. And then of course you have your hitch receiver. Now the hitch receiver, folks, this is only for, not for towing, it is actually just for putting things on here up to 300 pounds. So you get that mother-in-law seat, something along those lines, you're able to do that. And then I like the fact that they have, it's wired and framed for that rear observation camera instead of having a backup camera. Ladder capacity 300 pounds, so you're able to get up on the roof, check it, reseal as needed every 90 days. But the other thing is too is you can get up there if you want. It is a walkable roof, but let's get up here and let's talk about it. So, like the fact that it is a crowned roof, so that way their water's not putting up here. It's not a flat roof. Now you do have your solar panel up there. Will help trickle charge your battery. It does come with the Winegard 360, as you can see. That's your antenna, and you have 2 vents, one here in the bathroom, one up there in the kitchen area, which we'll show you when we get inside. but it is a walkable roof. Now, so listen, if I can get up there, anybody can get up there. So I'm an old man. So anyway, back here, here's where you have your black tank rinse, something I never use anymore. Watch my video, it explains why. And then your dump back here. Now for your dump, what you have is, you have a couple different, as you can see, different tank poles under here. You have a black one, and then there's a gray one. But the nice thing what they've done is, there's also another gray one up front. Let me show you here. It's all coming out one sewer hose area. So as you can see right up here, you have another gray pole. So you can see that tube right there, and that's going to go all the way to the back. Now the benefit for you there is you don't have to worry about having two connections with the Y and all that. Everything comes out at one location. So you have the black come out first and then the gray. Okay, so that's back here. You do have a light in the event that you wanted, you know, you get to the campsite late. I know that's never going to happen for you, but in the event that it was dark when you got there, you're able to turn that light on so you can see what's happening. So back here, or up in the front actually, this is where you're going to be hooking up some water, your cable and so forth. And what you have is two different disconnects. One is for your battery, the other is for your solar. Now, some people don't understand the difference on that. Let me try to explain it to you. So right now, we're just hooked up, we're hooked up into a golf cart right now. That's what's giving us power. Now, if you're hooked up to your truck, or if you're plugged into power, you have your disconnect on to go ahead and charge your batteries. You have it at the house or at a storage lot, you shut off your battery disconnect, and if you're in sun, you go ahead and turn your solar disconnect on to help keep your batteries topped off. Hopefully that helps. Then of course, if you cable, satellite, 110 outlet in the event that, you know, you have tools you need to recharge, maybe you have a heated water hose. This is where you hook up your city water. On the other side, I showed you how you could go ahead and fill up your freshwater tank. You can fill up from here as well. The difference is, make sure before you go ahead and turn this valve to tank fill, make sure there's no pressure on the hose. When you're filling up here, then that's when you'll see on the blue lines that were on that freshwater overfill, you'll see water coming out of there, and then you'll know you're full. This does have the GoPro, GoPower, yeah, GoPro, I'm shooting with a GoPro. This is a GoPower, this is your solar charge controller, and it is prepped for an inverter in the event that you wanted to put an inverter on here. Also, you have for your lights, this will be for your lights for in here, and then of course your front cap lights. So that's all set here, so you can shut them off. And for your tire pressure monitoring system, in the event that you decide to get that, that goes right here. So let's get inside for the exciting stuff. By the way, I will have all the specs as well as my contact information down below. So let's get into the exciting stuff. Now for 2025, they've changed the locks. It's not the M key anymore, it's the P key, which is quite nice. But now, something I want to talk to you about with these steps. Make sure that you do not have them out when you're trying to level the camper, because if you have them out and it jams, then it could cause a problem. Or if you have even worse, if you have the door closed and then you start lifting the front, or I'm sorry, yeah, lifting the front, which would be lowering the back, then these steps are going to try to lift, and that's going to create a problem with the door and some other things too. So I talked about you using the sprayer port here to rinse off your steps. If you're ever putting these steps away when they're wet, understand something, that you do have screws in the floor. I highly recommend that you go ahead and put some sealant over those screws, number one. Number two, after you try to dry the steps down before you put them away, put a dry towel there and make sure you pull it out when you get home, because water will run off of there. Now I do like the way that these steps adjust, and it's right here on the side, so all you're doing is, you can do it one-handed, just push the button there and it's going to adjust. I hate those ones that have the pin. But let's get inside and see what we're looking at. Same things, you notice the light will come on once it senses motion. slide awning, your ceiling lights, exterior lights, that'll be for your awning, and you can connect it to your phone, smartphone, if you have one, or tablet, whatever. So everything that's on here will operate on it. Of course, we have your bag in here, but nice little storage bin in there, little hangers right there, little shoe place underneath, and you do have a little nice little central light there, night light, so that way there you'll be able to see when you're coming in and out of there if it's dark and the light's off. Let's start with the bathroom first. Now, something I've always liked about the Imagine line and the 2600 specifically is the fact that you have these pocket doors. Nice thing with those, it's a wider door than if it had actually a door on it, and with it open, it's not in the way. But look at all that counter space. Great counter space, great cabinet space. Look at how big the mirrors are. And then of course you do have there's a storage there, nice big storage drawer. Down below that, remember that's where that water heater was. Under here, look at how much room is under there. That is a ton of room. And then of course up here they have all that from medicine cabinet. Now you'll see this stuff in here. That is for a toilet paper holder. They don't install them at the factory because everybody's going to want it somewhere different. Or you might be like me where you don't want it installed at all. You're just going to have one that's sitting on the floor. Tell me what your comments are about that sink. I think they could have went a little bit bigger. I mean, they got enough counter space for crying out loud, right? Your Furrion on-demand water heaters right there. One of these is for the fan, by the way, right there. So that's that. And 110 outlet over there. So with the Furrion, all you do is set it and forget it. Once you turn the faucet on, it'll ramp up and get you to the temperature. Now look at the shower. Good size shower. They do have this door on here. Now for those of you that don't like those doors, for whatever reason, that's fine. You can always just put a spring rod inside there and put a shower curtain. Then if you'd like, you can put another spring rod on the outside and put your decorative curtain on the outside. Do not seal down at the bottom here, the seam, because over time, movement going down the road and so forth, and see this one here has some movement on it, right? What'll happen is it'll come apart and then water gets behind it. It's a lot easier just to clean that. This bottom tray lifts up and this wall comes down over it. You're not going to hurt anything there, okay? So just remember that. Now I know some people might want to know how big of a you fit in here. You can kind of look right there, see how much room I have inside here. Let me turn it around, just kind of give you an idea. So that's what it looks like. So I'm 5'8" without my hat. So hopefully that helps you there. Nice little lights. By the way, the small fan is awesome for the bathroom. I would not recommend getting one of those big fans, because then if you have that running, when you flush that toilet, you will hate life. Take a look at your storage bins there. You know, roll up some towels, set them right in there. You've got a window in here with a privacy shade. Now those are darkly tinted windows, so it's kind of nice to have it like that. So now let's get out here and take a look on the inside here. You see they still have the same lights in the roof, JBL speaker in the roof there, MCD roller shades, but take a look at the new lights in here. So they're doing this one light here. Let's see what the heck this is here. Oh yeah, okay, that's your light switch for that. Sorry, I was thinking that might be a straight type light. So that is your switch for turning that light on and on. This is the first time I'm seeing it. And by the way, what are you thinking of the floor? This is the new floor that they came out with. You liking that? Furniture kind of looks the same. It looks like they have a little bit darker table. By the way, I didn't even run through this thing before I came in here. So I'm seeing this thing for the first time just like you. Now that does have like a little ottoman back there that you can pull out, which is nice, because you can see nobody's going to sit back there like that. So now you're able to put that ottoman out here and have somebody sit on the outside, or you can use it for a footrest or whatever in front of your recliners, or even a coffee table if you wanted to. But this breaks down to a bed. This table's very easy to break down to a bed, which I really do love that. And then let me just sit on this side and show you the rest of the kitchen here. and then your TV directly across from you here. So it doesn't matter where you're sitting in the slide out, you'll be able to see that TV, which is nice. Looks like it has some room to you put a little bit larger one in there. Look at what they've done. I like the changes here. What are you thinking? Now you have these pull-out drawers. You liking those or not? So that is that. Now I needed 2 hands to pull these doors open. So this is your breakers on this side here. This will be your breakers, all marked. You can see what they are. And then your fuses are on this side. Now, underneath your refrigerator, you're giving up that space because that's where the outside grill is. Now, of course, I can close this easily. It was just a little bit different pulling them out. They're magnetically held in place. Here's your refrigerator. It's actually on. I could hear it running, so I'm going to shut this bad boy off. But good size refrigerator freezer. Your kitchen, pretty much the same as it used to be. Of course, you have your blue lights on that, your light in the oven there. And the nice thing with this is if you left it on, you're going to be able to see that it turns red. So you know that that's going to be a problem. Nice 3-burner cooktop. Now you can use the whole counter. USB thing coming out of the counter. I'm not sure that I really like that, but it's something I guess people are asking for. And GFI protected outlets down low. And of course you have another light right there. Of course you do have the window, but you can go ahead and pull down that black shade if you wanted to. And then you have the light on top of there. You like kind of the countertop is looking a little bit different the way that they're doing that. Now the reason why they have that fold down, because when the slide out comes in, you're not going to have the room. But the nice thing with that, the way that is set up, you still have plenty of room to get through there, even with that counter extension up. Storage up above, as you can see, and that'll go all the way back behind there. Soft closed drawers, or doors I should say. And then look at how big this, of course they came out with this before. Nice little peg drawer. You put all your pots and pans in there quite nicely. This has the thing to put up top there. You can cut it in half if you wanted to, so it's only covering half of your sink there if you wanted to. High-rise faucet, and you got your little soap dispenser there as well. So AC vent is, or AC controller is going to be here for the AC in here. Now this is the Coleman Mach AC, which I absolutely love, but this is the quick cool feature. Now if you got the RV airflows put in here to increase your airflow through the vents, then these quick cool features will not work. But you have more air coming through the vents, and it'll be much quieter as well. Well, a little bit quieter. Now you have another fan here. Now if you wanted to put a power vent fan in, this is the one I would tell you to put it in. Nice thing with that is then you can open up that window. You're cooking here, it's going to pull the air right on through there, which is awesome. MCD roller shades on all the windows. Okay, now we're into the bedroom here. You've got your own AC. You've got 2 windows for cross ventilation. You're going to have your own AC control right here. And by the way, all the ceiling lights there, just like in the bedroom, they're dimmer controlled, so you can actually control them here, as you see. Okay. Actual residential queen size bed, 60 by 80. So that way there your sheets will fit. And then it does lift up, and you do have storage underneath it. Now keep in mind that went up pretty easy. That's because of the mattresses on there. You change that mattress, it might be a little bit more difficult. Then you've got 2 drawers on either side and storage to hang things. And then up above, you've got the storage. So that's going to be on both sides. You can put a TV over there, hanging on the wall, put on one of those ones that pulls out. You've got heat duct over there. And then here with these lights, comes on in blue, and you push it again, and then it's your reading light. That's on both sides. And then you'll see you have your nice little cubbies on either side, giving you the 110 outlets and the USB. So what do you think of that door? So this is the 2025 2600 RB Imagine by Grand Design. I appreciate you watching. If you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. And for all you, please like, comment, share the video. Appreciate all the help. getting this information out to people. It doesn't cost you anything, but I do appreciate it. So I'll be back at you again soon. Take care.